Hey everyone, welcome to Soul Embers. I hope you all had an awesome New Year's Eve and you're feeling really positive and hopeful about 2023, because I feel there's going to be a massive shift in the way we do things in this year. I feel we'll be investing our energy and experience in areas and with people which really bring the value to our lives. I feel we'll be taking responsibility for what we can control and finally letting go of all that enabling behavior that, really holds us back. I also feel that part of that will be letting go of the resistance, or becoming more mindful of the resistance that we feel and releasing that, surrendering that, so things can unfold a little bit more organically. All in all, 2023 is a year that brings more balance and inner harmony. So my question to you is, what do you need to leave in the year that's gone so you can receive and embrace the blessings in this year? Some of you may know what it is that you need to let go of. Others of you may not. Either way, that's what today's reading is all about, and hopefully it will offer some, direction, clarity, or maybe it will just confirm an approach you've already set in motion, which essentially adds more fuel to your confidence, right? So at the end of each year, I take some time to decompress and reflect, and I usually go away for this because if I stay home, I end up working. And this year I chose the most amazing and sacred location to take this journey. And I really wanted to share some of my experience, but most importantly, the outcome, because I just hope that perhaps it'll resonate with some of you, or some of you can relate, and it will give you some clarity or some hope about what the year ahead brings. So if you'd like to go ahead and skip straight to the reading, I would do that right about now though, okay? So as mentioned, I took about a week off and I chose to visit a warm, a laid back and spiritual destination, which is pretty standard for me and right up my alley. And as I started to drop into the moment, all the to-do lists were set aside and I started to reflect on the year that's been, I was simply overcome by exhaustion. Like, it weakened me at the knees, and it made me realize that I, like so many others, had a really tough year. And so as I usually do, I honored the exhaustion. I let it work its way through me. I listened to it, and this is what exhaustion had to say. Despite the challenges I faced, I still persevered. I showed up every day for myself, for my clients, for my daughter, for my family, for my friends. I learned a few hard lessons and I lost quite a few people along the way this year as well. So once I was reminded of all this, I wanted to understand the reason behind this feeling of exhaustion and the purpose exhaustion needed to serve. And this is what I found. The reason I felt exhausted is because I care about my standards and respect the standards of others, that I'm outgrowing and growing all the time. It's a reminder that I'm human, I'm alive, expanding every day. And these feelings are a vital part of achievement and acknowledgement. So as we enter the new year, my wish for you is to lean into what you perceive to be challenging emotions, connect with them, let them share their story with you. Remember that they are vital to your existence and growth. Thank them for fighting your battles. And then once done, remember to release them, once you understand their purpose, so you can take a breather. And trust in your tribe to support and inspire you to rise above them when you feel overwhelmed by them. Just as your support, my YouTube family, my tribe, inspire me to persist despite the challenges and not in spite of them. And so with all that said, I want to take a moment to properly thank you so very much for being a piece of my journey. Connecting with you guys inspires me to walk my talk, to further expand and educate myself, to question my methods and my motives. You inspire me to be the best version of myself because I want to continue to be of service to you. This is my purpose as I'm guided to. And that, my friends, is what great relationships are made of. So here is to a fabulous 2023 for all of us. All right, Aries, let's have a look and see what energy do you need to let go of or surrender or leave behind you so that you can truly receive and embrace your blessings, your dreams, whatever is in your best interest in 2023. And guys, I will draw out a couple of cards. I'm just mindful that it's a collective reading. Hopefully one of the messages or both of them will resonate with you. Okay, so let's have a look and see what message do we have for Aries for 2023. What does Aries need to surrender? What do they need to let go of and release or heal so that they can receive their blessings in 2023? Okay, let's have a look and see. What does Aries... All right, we've got our two messages, guys. And the first one is surrender to your intuition. Tune into your inner voice. Be aware of any gut feelings, flashes, knowings, or aha moments that come through to guide you. And you know what, Aries, I feel that perhaps you question yourself. It could come down to the smallest things, when you feel something, you may overthink it because of how it's going to be received. You may question whether what you're feeling is occurring is actually occurring. A lot of time is spent, I feel, or was spent in 2022, really holding back, Aries, holding back from, showing up in a way that you feel comfortable with, in a way that isn't controlled, in a way that isn't well thought out. An amazing quality to have is to be able to, when we're in the heat of the moment or something's going on, that we take some time to step away and think things through before reacting. But what I feel here, Aries, is that you've taken that to the next level and it's become more debilitating to you than giving you a more objective, a more logical approach, one that exercises, damage control. This has taken you to the point where it's caused you to be stagnant in certain areas. And so what's really going to help you live out, remove that block. You are showing up in a way that isn't truly, let's say, what you're feeling. And that could be because you fear losing someone. You fear how it's going to affect someone. You're exercising empathy. You may be worried about how it's going to be received. And that is people can't read minds. So whatever you tell them, especially if they're not tuned in energetically, is exactly what they think is going on. Perhaps people around you have a false perception of who you are, and there is a part of you that is feeling suffocated. So really surrendering to your intuition and putting in place practices that's going to help you cultivate that. Look up on YouTube how to develop your intuition, how to lean into it, what is the gut feeling. I'd love to go through that, but we could be here for quite some time if I were to. So doing practices like that is really going to help you show up in a more impactful way. It's not going to block the progress that you're wanting to make. If you're not getting what you want, perhaps it's because you're not putting things in place, setting out the intentions, or saying things that will allow others to reciprocate in a way that
nourishes you, that helps you grow, that helps your relationships expand, right? So that's the first message. And the second message is surrender defensiveness. Now, you can take these, if one resonates over the other, that's great. Take whichever resonates, if they resonate, or they can work together. Defensiveness is a sign of weakness. To communicate in a more empowered way, stay centered and hear someone out. Then offer a clear, non-defensive response. And you know what I'm getting here, Aries? It's that because you're not, if I were to put these two together, because you're not receiving what you want, things aren't progressing at a pace that you feel comfortable with, that you want. It's bubbling, you're not living your best life. Things are not coming to fruition as you would like them to. They are taking their sweet ass time, and you're becoming frustrated at the lack of progress, let's say, at the lack of personal spiritual growth even, or at the lack of, progress in your intimate relationships. The thing is that because you are not showing up in a way that truly represents what you feel, it's bubbling within you, and you may become defensive. By you not showing up the way that allows you to be free, you are receiving responses that are not aligning with you. And this is what causes you to be defensive. So in order to remove that defensiveness and be able to communicate what you truly want in a more empowered way, surrendering to your intuition is really, really going to help. This will then allow things to flow more organically. They won't create stagnancy, they won't create conflict or resistance. They will allow for the growth to occur in a clear, non-defensive way, right? But let's pull out a card from this deck here. This is a beautiful deck. It's called Divine Guidance, and the artwork's made out of fractal images. It's called fractal art. Guys, look it up. Fractal art is amazing. Okay, so let's have a look and see what divine guidance does Spirit have for the Aries that I'm connecting with today. What does Aries need to know about this situation in 2023? How can Aries receive their blessings? Okay, what have we got here? We've got number 23, blossom. That's a message I'm getting straight out the gate. Blossom. And I feel that, if you were to really embrace these and be aware and conscious of them, I can see that things are going to start happening for you in a way that truly makes you feel at peace, that puts that head chatter to rest, that causes the second guessing, the questioning of yourself, that puts all that to bed. I see you blossoming in 2023. So the number 23, 2023 is your year, Aries. That's what I'm feeling. It could mean something specific to you. Let's say it's a special number. If not, take the time to look up what the number 23 means spiritually. You may be surprised that there's a message within that definition that really hits home for you, and that you can harness and use to help you through this situation. But I am going to read the definition from the book for you. My camera's going to die. The battery pack's running low. Intimacy. Ooh. The rose is a universal symbol of human love. This card has appeared because this is an important energy for you right now. There are two energy spirals moving into the center of the rose, which represents two people energetically coming together. If you are not in a relationship, then this card shows a new relationship on the horizon. Ooh, Aries, if that resonates, please comment below. If you are in a relationship, then this card is asking you to focus your energy there. Rekindle the romance and the passion. Embrace energy of lover. Open to the intimacy and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. Guys, I love this message for you. I feel that this message does have to do with your love life now that we've received that card. But what I'm getting for you here is, in order for you to really embrace this, for your dreams, when it comes to your love life to come to fruition, you need to allow yourself to be vulnerable. And the only way you can be vulnerable, and what vulnerable actually means, is expressing the true essence of what you feel and who you are. And at the moment, this is something that you are battling with. So surrendering to your intuition will allow you to have a non-defensive approach, which will allow this connection to deepen and a further deeper emotional connection to take place. That's when you will be open to the intimacy that you desire, that closeness, the progress that you want to make. That's when you will truly be vulnerable, Aries. All right, guys, I hope you have a fantastic start to 2023, and I hope you have a great week. Bye.